How are you, booktube? And you're gonna have to bear with the noise. It is raining. Can we put this to the window? Can you see the rain? It is raining quite heavily here in Ireland, and as the traffic goes by it makes more noise than normal. How are you, booktube? My name's Maria and welcome to my channel MH Books, and I'm sneaking in a quick Friday reads. I didn't think I'd get to do it. Yes, I know I've been uploading every couple of days at the moment because I'm trying to catch up, and I wasn't going to say, well, it's be okay to miss me Friday reads this week, but I realised it's a bank holiday weekend, it's raining, I have extra time to read, and it is also traditional in my job to take an extra hour's reflection on a bank holiday Friday. It's to reflect where you are in work and things, I assume. But today we're going to reflect. We get to finish a little bit earlier, so we're going to spend the hour, not the hour talking, but the hour reflecting on where I am in my reading, which is kind of a Friday reads. I'll only put things in here that have not appeared in previous videos, and let's just say it's perfectly fine. Do not feel obliged to watch every single video. If you're one of those people who feel like you should, please don't. Watch whatever you think you're interested in. I try to put it in the titles because none of us have enough time, so don't feel like, I'd rather you watch what you want to watch and watch it properly than try to fit things in, because you know this is all meant to be fun, so it's cool, that's okay. Because I know there's one or two people who try really hard, and it's unless you really want to, it's all just meant to be fun, and just a wee chat. So let's catch up where I am. Okay, today is the 30th of July and we are one day away from the end of the month. These are left from my July TBR. So it's Keeping the House by Tice. Is this a translated work? I don't know. Don't think it is. From my Aunt Other Story subscription. It was about a heroine family. I won't have time to read that. William S. Burroughs, Ghost of a Chance. Won't have time to read this. Mostly because I started reading it and it's non-linear. It's beautiful. The images are great with it. But I think I have enough on my chalkboard doing the Faulkner and starting on Sunday. So we're reading Sanctuary. So yeah, this one missed out because of another book. So The Prettiest by Sickles. It's something I'd pre-ordered and I'm dying to read it. I just got a little bit carried away with Jane Austen July, which I wasn't going to do. So after reading Pride and Prejudice, I was going to do The Prettiest next, but I really had to take the time and actually read Longbourn. I've owned Longbourn. I think this was published 2013. Is that when this one was? No, that was the Maggie O'Farrell book. This one is published 2014. I owned this since about 2015, so 6 years. And I know people loved it and I have to read it. So I am almost finished, will be finished by the end of the month, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So I've completed that. So this will appear on a wrap-up with The Old Man and the Sea together. There will be another wrap-up for July. So it will have Arrival in it, which is science fiction short stories by Ted Chiang, and Bunny by Mona Awad, which is a horror novel. The other Black Girl. Okay, I'm putting this with speculative fiction. It's a thriller. It is got a twist about 3/4 of the way through. That is something else. And I can't say because I spoil it. The Reapers Are the Angels by Alden, which is probably one of the better horror novels I've ever read. It's said to be literary horror. I would not call this literary horror. Or I wouldn't call it literary fiction. I'll call it extremely well written horror. That's just spoiler for the wrap up. And Florence and Giles by John Harding, which is a retelling of Turn of the Screw. Of these 5 books, I'll be keeping 3 and 2 will be on hold. There's your teaser for that one. I put all this stuff in the bed so I could remember. So, mini big haul. Everything in this Friday reads. It's everything. I can only buy, so the July reading will have at least 9 books which I owned, which I read, so I will be able to buy 9 books in August definitely. There will be 3 books which I borrowed, and I decided if I borrowed a book from the library, or the Old Man and the Sea was actually borrowed from the library in the Airbnb I was in, I can buy that book if I want to, if I completed the book. So no, potential 3. But the limits only apply from Sunday, from the 1st of August. So I snuck into the charity shop and got 3 books for €2. We got a Simon O'Green Drinking Midnight Wine, which is a standalone, I think, but might have a crossover with his Dark Side series. The Jacobean Building by Alal al-Ashwani. This caused a bit of controversy in Egypt when it came out, I believe. It's about an apartment building in Cairo and interconnected stories. And well loved by my Goodreads friends. But the scandal was there's quite a lot of sex, probably, and some homosexual sex in it. And this is not... the more conservative population of Egypt didn't like the idea this is a portrayal of their culture. No book is a portrayal of the culture, of anybody's culture. As you'd say, is American Psycho a portrayal of American culture? So no book. And a Canadian author that I still have several copies of her books and not read her, but I'm convinced I'm going to enjoy her when I eventually do. So Alice Monroe, Carried Away, a selection of stories, is extremely highly rated. My good friend reads France as well, but it's an everyman edition. When you consider, basically, this cost me 67 cents, which it's under $1 in US dollars and about 50p in UK money. It's pretty good value. And they're all set in Ontario, I think, in her hometown. So now, what else am I reading? I told you I was reading Longbourn. I feel like I'm just speeding through this, but I really should because I've done so many videos this week. Sneaking onto my Wits TBR. Hurricane season. Sorry about the traffic. There's nothing I can do about it at the moment. There's massive big electricity works. In Ireland it's called ESB. So massive big ESB works going on outside at the moment. And the traffic has been stopped up until my apartment. And when they get to my apartment, they can finally go. And they're going. They're going. So Hurricane Season's Fernando Melchor is in the shortlist of the Dublin Literary Awards books. I am thinking about probably reading one from... The shortlist is about to be... The winner's about to be announced. But and the next long list won't be out until 2022 February. Early February 2022. So, but thinking about reading one of these books from at a time because they're selected by libraries. And I was watching a video recently by Giles talking about how important it was to him. The first year or so of his books, doesn't get as many now, but when the people were borrowing his books, you do get money as an author from books that are borrowed as well. And libraries are important as community sites and where people can get educated, where people, well, they can't at the moment because of COVID, but they can go, older people can go in and read the newspaper, and just, community centres. So in support of the libraries, I'm trying to make sure even though I have a massive amount of books I need to go through, and I always read books, so this seemed like a good choice. The other choice I have ordered from the library is, I'm going to show you the picture because it's not in yet, is How to Pronounce Knife. Now, Suvanakam, can we see this? I don't know because you're getting the shine from the ring light. This is a collection of short stories, And I just seen it today on Mel's in BookTube Land. She's Mel's and Melanie's Bookland Adventures. I can't remember what her Instagram feed is called. That's more about her photography hobby and business, obviously, being Instagram. So this one is a collection of short stories about Latvian women, refugees and immigrants to the Americas. So hopefully that'll be in soon. The other one that I did order had hear the rain. The one that I did order, okay, and it was supposed to be there when to be picked up this morning. Is just hold on to I just get onto my feet because I just want to make sure I say the right color dress. Is the woman in the purple skirt. Sorry, so that's what I would have said. So the woman in the purple skirt is by Imura Natsuko. People love or hate this book. I was going to read it for Women in Translation as well. It is destroyed. It's the rain where they stored the books got in last night, and it was torrential. Now, it wasn't as bad as pictures we've seen in London last week, but it was our milder a bit of it, and it was torrential, really hard. Like, it woke you up in the middle of the night, and it destroyed 60 books that were waiting for people to collect. They're in plastic boxes, but wherever wasn't properly rainproofed, wherever they were storing them overnight. So they won't be storing them. They won't consider plastic boxes good enough from now on, because they said they were sitting in the water in the plastic boxes. So completely destroyed. So it will, we'll have to wait. And the other books that I'm reading, which I have not mentioned to you in other videos, is Heart Shaped Box. Joe Hill is being listened to in the car. This has been eaten by budgies here and eaten by budgies here. The budgies went ballistic on the Stephen King and Joe Hill shelves one day. They decided that they were in a horror mood, so they ate them. This is about a rock star. He's a lead guitarist, I think, and he buys a ghost over the internet, as you do, and then he's haunted. What did he expect? I seriously do. And another one which I might just manage to get through, because if I finish Longbourn today or early tomorrow, I was reading this last January, and it's Drood by Dan Simmons. This is a story told by Wilkie Collins, obviously Dan Simmons wrote it, about the last few years of Charles Dickens' life when he wrote Edward Drood, and there is supernatural occurrences which are responsible for Drood. Drood is supernatural. I think at this stage I know what type of supernatural creature he is. I haven't read any of it since January, but I know exactly where I was because I have a bookmark. So that's the end of this just chaotic Friday reads. Again, thank you for watching this if you watched all the way through. Watch everything else if you want to, as per usual. And I hope whatever you're reading that you're enjoying it. And then until next time, best luck.